Hey everyone, it's Michael GoosebumpsFan. I have a video here to talk about something kind of random. It was a good question though. I think somebody had a really good video idea here that was worth asking. I think it was worth making a video about, just out of curiosity, just to have fun about Goosebumps. That's one of the biggest things I love about this channel and the people who watch the channel, is that we just have fun talking about this awesome thing from the 1990s and even something that's still going on till now. The Slappy World books come out right now. So with a still constantly running book series, we're all still talking about this book series and R.L. Stein himself after all these years. And it shows the merit behind what Goosebumps is, what it can be, and the kind of fan base that it typically has for the most part. Not always, but for the most part. There's a particular reviewer, commenter, whatever, that is a subscriber, as far as I know, that actually commented on my video. What video was it? Things like Goosebumps, more scary stories to tell in the dark. This particular, excuse me, I can't talk to save my life tonight. I'm having the biggest trouble I've ever had with my voice and with my mouth. It's like really dry outside, so it's cold and everything outside too, and I don't know, I'm having trouble. Forgive me if I just skip over words or I make sentences that don't make any sense. There's a particular YouTube user that comments on my videos, as of recently as a matter of fact, called That Psycho Reviewer. And he had a really good idea about what do I think should be, of course the title shows this, what do I think should be the first Goosebumps episode of the new TV series that was announced? Potentially Sony, for anybody who doesn't know, is making the new Goosebumps TV show. Adaptation of the books and whatnot. We don't know what it is yet. They keep saying they want it to be a little bit darker and whatnot. I don't know if I'm going for that yet. I kind of want to make another video addressing that too, just out of another topic that kind of blends out, branches out from that whole subject. But this particular person wants to know what I think the first adaptation of any of the books should be for the first ever new Goosebumps show. The first episode of the first season, what should it be? I saw that another YouTuber that comments on a lot of my videos as well, he and I joke back and forth all the time, his name is Z Lou. Lou had said something very interesting that I did not think about at first, but the more I thought about it since I saw his comment in reply to That Psycho Reviewer, I agree with tremendously. Welcome to Dead House. It was the first ever book back in 1992 for R.L. Stein's Goosebumps. It's what started this big infatuation with kids in this series. It's what started all of this stuff. It's what made it so much fun when I was growing up to have these books around, and for the TV show especially, that really got me into this as far as I know. It's something extremely important. I've had the Welcome to Dead House DVD, two-parter thing, episodes, whatever, on a DVD for so long, ever since that DVD release came out, with that and Night of the Living Dummy 3 is another DVD, and all these other DVDs that had standalone things. They had the book covers from Tim Jacobus on the covers of the DVDs. It was great. It was a great time to have something like that. And Welcome to Dead House is one of those really higher budget episodes, in my opinion, from the old show. And I love it. I really do. And I think the book is really great. The book is a fantastic book. I think out of nostalgia, I might like the episode better. I'm not really sure. But the book had some horrific things in it. I don't know if that book could have those things in the TV episode they're going to do this time around. I know they keep saying they want to go darker in a more adult direction, but I don't think it's going to happen in the sense of what happens in Welcome to Dead House, because there's a little bit of gore in there involving the flashlight scene, which is not going to... that ain't gonna fly on kids' TV like Cartoon Network and stuff. And if it does, that's gonna be one of those situations like Are You Afraid of the Dark? That's gonna get challenged, man, big time by parents who actually seem to care for whatever reason, which many parents don't care anymore. So it might get challenged depending on where it's at in the US, but I don't really know. Welcome to Dead House is my answer of what I think the first episode should be for the new Goosebumps TV show, just because I think it would be the best approach to just having a nice little tribute. And I think to top everything off, I think what would make it even better is to have R.L. Stein do one of those old-fashioned cameos he used to do on some of the old episodes like Haunted Mask and Haunted Mask 2 and Night of the Living Dummy 3, where he would come in and he'd do like a little intro and he'd be like, "Hi, I'm R.L. Stein and I write the Goosebumps books," you know, that kind of thing. I want him to come back and do that. I want just a nice little tribute to R.L. Stein, and start off with this. Don't do like books 1, 2, 3, and so on throughout the episodes. Don't do all that. Just do Welcome to Dead House as the first ever episode. It's a good story, it's creepy. If you follow the book, you have kind of a different thing from what the original TV episode adaptation two-parter thing was. It'll work. It'll work really well. I think people would love that, actually. I think younger kids would love it too if you stick with it and kind of make it scary like how the book was. The TV episode's kind of creepy. It has its moments, I think. But the book is really freaky. I mean, the book has a lot of crazy stuff in there. There's a death in that book that I did not see coming, and it kind of bothered me in a lot of ways. There's a lot to consider with that particular book, Welcome to Dead House. And if you're going to adapt these into darker stories, that's the one to start with, in my opinion, to really set the tone for what you're doing. It's a nice little tribute to fans. I don't want the whole new show to be just reboot after reboot or remake after remake of the old TV show. Do something like that and do it special. Stick to the book better than that episode did. Make it darker. Make it scarier. I think darker kids' entertainment's always more fascinating. I love the first Amazing Spider-Man film. It's a way darker movie than the Sam Raimi films. I stand by the fact that I think that film was way better, in my opinion, because of how dark it was. The first two Tim Burton Batman films, they are extremely dark movies, especially Batman Returns, compared to Batman and Robin and Batman Forever, which we won't talk about those too much. But you know what I mean. If you've seen those, you know. You know. Very different worlds. They claim they're all in one universe, but they're very different, in my opinion. But I love dark children's entertainment. I think Welcome to Dead House would be the best place to possibly start the new show off. I'd love to hear what you have to say about the new show. What do you think should be the first ever episode adaptation from one of the books to the TV for the new Goosebumps TV show? What do you think? I'd love to hear what you have to say down below. If you want to, even, you could list what you think all the first season should be filled with. If you want to do 10 episodes or 15 episodes, whatever you think. Two-parters? I don't know. I would like to see two-parters for every single book. I know not all the books have enough content that's worth doing that, like Don't Go to Sleep if they happen to touch that, or My Harriest Adventure does not really have that much to it that could really be worthwhile. I think some of the standout episodes from the old TV show were the standalone 20-minute long one-part episodes, and that's it. But the two-parters were always the special thing we got, and they were fantastic when we got them. Like Stay Out of the Basement, Night of the Living Dummy 3, which is my personal favorite. All these big two-parters were typically really great. Typically, most of the time. But anyway, what are your thoughts? Put them down below, guys. I would love to hear what you have to say about all of this and the new Goosebumps show. Are you excited for this? I have so many videos already for this and talking about it. I have some ideas already for some new things to say about the show and ideas that I have in my head, aside from idea videos I've already made for Sony to take some notes from. But anyway, what are your thoughts? Put them down below, guys. Thank you for watching. And again, Welcome to Dead House is my answer. May the Lord Jesus Christ bless you guys today, and goodbye.